So I want to talk about the sun, the color of the sun.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well,
And
you know me. I don't see color. So
you don't see color.
sorry. We're already done here.
So here's the thing. If you're a school child and you to draw a scene and you want to put the sun in the sky, what crayon do you reach for?
Well, I was a very depressed child, so black.
Black. Okay. No, you knew about black holes back
Yes,
then.
exactly. No. Oh, it's always a big yellow ball.
It's yellow. It's always yellow. And this notion has been with us since childhood, that the sun is yellow.
Yes.
And that's not true. It's not even close to being true.
Uh-oh.
And so, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want to. Are you sad about this?
Are there any kids watching? Please. You might want to leave the room right now because we're not sure if there's a Crayola available for you to draw your little scenes with the house and the grass and the little tulip.
So here's the thing. The sun in broad daylight is too bright to look at, all right, without risking damaging your eyes. So nobody
Unless,
does
of course, you have perfect eyes.
Okay. So you don't do it, all right?
Right.
So when is the time most people ever find themselves looking directly at the sun? When is that?
Well, the only times I've ever done it is sunset and sunrise.
Sunset and sunrise.
It.
Exactly. So not only do we have the yellow crayon in our crayon box from childhood, anytime we actually ever find ourselves looking at the sun, either on purpose or by accident, it's low on the horizon.
Right.
The sun is rising or setting,
Right.
and it has a deep yellow color. Sometimes it's so deep it can be red, amber into red.
Yeah.
So, and we know the sun isn't red. Of course, it's not red. We know that's an optical
this isn't
effect.
Krypton.
It's not Krypton, exactly.
on,
With a
guys.
red sun. So you know intuitively it's not red, but somehow you don't know intuitively that it's also not yellow. Okay? What color is the sun? It is white.
Now, come
White.
on, man. Why you gotta do that?
White.
See,
What?
just like everything else, all of a sudden
Chuck, not everything
we got
is
to
a race commentary.
You know what? Seriously, we got to. Must we whitewash all of history, including the sun? Really?
So it's not yellow.
Okay.
It's not yellow. Now, I can give you evidence of this if you need evidence, but I'm simply saying that as the sun gets, let's look at Earth and there's the atmosphere wrapped around the Earth. If the sun is directly overhead or anywhere near directly overhead, it goes through sort of, let's call that one thickness of atmosphere, okay, top to bottom. As the sun gets lower and lower in the sky, the path of light through the atmosphere is longer, okay? Because now there's that angle through it. Mm-hmm. And the lower the sun gets on the sky, the more and more atmosphere it has to pass through. And in fact, you can calculate how many equivalent atmospheres it went through. Okay, and you just need a little bit of trigonometry. It's a simple calculation. And if it's low on the horizon, it goes through 5, 6, 10 equivalent atmospheres.
Gotcha.
When it's low on the horizon. So whatever the atmosphere is doing to the sun when it's high up overhead, it's doing it 10 times that and more when it goes lower on the horizon.
Okay.
So let's see what the atmosphere is doing when the sun is overhead. In comes white light. Mm-hmm. Okay. And white light is composed of colors, as Isaac Newton demonstrated. All the colors of the rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, if you must, violet.
Violet.
Okay. So in it comes particles in Earth's atmosphere that happen to be the same size as the wavelength of light of the blue side of the spectrum, the blue, indigo, purple, violet side of the spectrum. Those particles preferentially scatter the blue out of the sunlight. Preferentially scatters it. So it subtracts away a little bit, just a little bit. All right? The rest of the light makes it all the way to Earth's surface. But some of the blue gets scattered, and that's why we have a blue sky.
Nice.
The blue sky is stolen sunlight that would have otherwise passed straight through.
Look at that.
Okay.
Right, because the sky is really clear, right?
Okay, so now watch.
How beautiful is that, though? Wow.
Now let's have the sun get a little lower in the sky. Well, there'll be more of this going on. Okay, more of the scatter. That's why on cloudless days into sunset, the sun gets deeper and deeper and deeper blue. The bluest sky, that's why sky blue is light blue.
Right.
All right. You want to talk about serious right home to mama blue is the blue sky that surrounds the twilight curtain of a sunset. Now you're talking blue.
Right.
Okay. So much blue is taken out that we now, Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and he took out blue, indigo, violet. What's left? Red, orange, yellow, green. Okay. If you add those colors together, you're going to get an amber sun. And depending on how many particles there are, you'll get a red sun or you'll get a simple yellow sun on the horizon. And so you now look at this, oh, we have a yellow star. Look, it's yellow. Oh. No, it's the atmosphere made it yellow. Okay?
Wow.
It's lying to you. And so here's what you do. Broad daylight, if there's thin cirrus clouds, okay, so it's safer to look up to the sun. Look up to the sun in the middle of the day. Is it yellow? No. It is white.
This is very disturbing.
It's
This is very, very disturbing.
Because the clouds themselves don't change the color of the sun. It just dims it. Right. So you look at a slightly dimmer sun behind the thin clouds as they pass. It's not yellow.
Right.
It's not yellow. Not only that, consider the following. All right. Now this takes a little extra thinking. Put your thinking cap on.
Okay.
And we in another explainer, we addressed this, but now there's a different reason for it. If I have a sheet of paper and it's white, that means light reflected from it is an equal mixture of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. All those colors together in optics makes white. Don't tell this to an artist.
Right.
It doesn't work on the easel.
No,
right?
it's just the opposite in art.
It's the opposite.
It's just the opposite.
You don't get black, but you'll get like sludge.
You'll get sludge, right.
All right. So the fact that the page is white means all of those colors of light are hitting that page.
Correct.
So that when they reflect up, you see white.
Okay.
So a white light illuminating a white piece of paper shows up to you as a white piece of paper.
There you go.
Okay. Now, white reflects all colors. Let me put a red gel in front of the light. Now look at the paper. What color is it?
It's red.
It's red.
Kind of pinkish, but yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So it reflects all colors, but now it's only getting red. It's going to reflect the red. It reflects all colors. The page is red to your eye. Okay. Let's put a blue gel. What happens to the page? The page is blue.
Same thing, yeah.
Okay. So if the sun were yellow, then snow
would be yellow. Which, by the way, sometimes snow is yellow and it's not from the sun. And whatever you do,
don't eat it. Don't eat the yellow snow.
Stay away from that snow.
The fact that snow looks white,
right,
is evidence that it's being illuminated by white light.
Wow.
And that white light is either sunlight or a moonlight.
That's right, which is also a reflection of sunlight.
It's just reflected sunlight. There you go.
This is so disturbing. So disturbing.
So I'm just trying to be honest. I'm just trying to put it out there. And by the way, you want to go up a notch?
Okay.
Are you ready to go up a notch on this?
I don't know if I'm ready to go up a notch.
I don't think you're ready. Okay. So white is the sun.
Hate where this is going already.
Relative to incandescent bulbs.
Right.
Okay. Your kids will have no memory of incandescent bulbs, but old timers, if you're over 25, you're an old timer. You remember bulbs that would get hot when you put them in.
It was a bulb with a little piece of wire in it.
Okay.
That wire used to light up.
Oh. That sounds like a Ken Burns special. They got the guy on the porch.
Right. I remember the days when it had a bulb with a little piece of wire. Now that wire would light up and get hot.
And we pulled the switch.
We pulled the switch and it gave off light. Now, at first, it looked like magic.
Okay, we got to put you on the list of the next Ken Burns special, The Origin of the Light Bulb. All right. So where was it? I forgot what. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's saying incandescent bulbs.
Okay, incandescent bulbs. Incandescent bulbs, when you turn them on, the temperature of the filament is not as high as the temperature of the surface of the sun. And so the higher the temperature, the more full that spectrum becomes. So if you looked at the spectrum of a bulb in your house, or an incandescent bulb, it's very weak in the blue section. There's some blue there, which is why blue still looks blue under that light. But the blue is very weak under an incandescent light bulb. Okay? So if you bring out film that needs the full complement of blue, and you take a picture under incandescent lights, everything is going to be red. That film, if it needed the blue, is called daylight film. This is why there was a difference. Again, I'm only talking to old timers here. There was indoor film
and
tungsten film and outdoor
right.
film.
That's right.
And the outdoor film was color balanced to get the entire spectrum of the sunlight. If you took indoor film and put it outside, that indoor film is too sensitive to blue because it's making up for the feeble blue coming out of a bulb, and it goes out and it's getting all the blue it ever wanted. If you have indoor film, took a picture outside, everything looks blue because it was hypersensitive to blue, and the sun has plenty of it. Okay, so to a photographer, sunlight is blue. It's highly blue. And they have to correct for that if they're going from indoors to outdoors. They have to redo the color balance on a white sheet of paper to account for the difference between indoor lighting and outdoor lighting. Now, here's where they all got it wrong, but they're not going to change it because they're deep into it. You ready? Now we have the blending of science and technology with art. You ready? Here it is. If an artist draws an Arctic scene, what color is prevalent?
White.
And what color?
Blue.
Blue.
Right.
If an artist draws Dante's Hell, what color is prevalent?
Red and orange.
Red and orange. Okay, so emotionally, we think of blue as cold and red as hot. Photographers will tell you we need to reduce the temperature of the light, which means make it colder emotionally. But the only way to do that is to get more blue in it, which means upping the temperature of the tungsten that they have shining on you, or to put more blue into it. And in the old days, that meant a hotter light bulb. Right. So they said we need a cooler scene, they had to have a hotter bulb. We need a warmer scene, they had to have a colder bulb to do that.
Wow.
And that language is still embedded in that entire profession.
Yep. That is true.
The opposites, and they meet in the middle and they deal with it.
Wow,
the opposites of art and technology.
That's
and
cool.
Science and the physics of light. All right, we got to call it quits there.
All righty.
Always good to have you, Chuck.
Always a pleasure.
This has been the Explainer Zone. I'm sticking with it. Explainer
I like it.
Zone. Keep looking up.